I feel uncomfortable. What now? Okay, we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 11, entitled The Veda Kirtan Pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I'm not sure where Sridhar Maharaj, what exact verse he left off from last night. I'll start at the top of the page. Prata Puruja Chari Karibe Jadapnisara E Pratigya Kari Kariya Chena Avatara. Alas, has Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnated to deliver all kinds of sinners, with the exception of a king named Maharaj Prataparudra? Andra pratigya morena karibe darashana mora pratigya tanhavina chariva jivana. Maharaj Prataparudra continued, if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is determined not to see me, then I am determined to give up my life if I do not see him. This pastime of Prataparudra Maharaj wanting to see the Lord, but Mahaprabhu, being a sannyasi, had to keep strict sannyas etiquette, a social etiquette in terms of who he would and wouldn't be seen associating with. And a king, because they represented material opulence and all the subsequent material pleasures that come with opulence, was considered dubious association for a sannyasi. All the wealth, the woman, the prestige, these are the three things, kana, kami, and pratishta, that a sannyasi traditionally avoids, or that a devotee traditionally avoids. They're seen as the three major primary obstacles. And a king has all of these in abundance. So even though Maharaj Prataparudra was a devotee king, the king and the protector of Orissa, or a large part of Orissa, including the Jagannath temple, even though he was a dharmic king, he was a king nonetheless. And Mahaprabhu had to uphold the standard of not associating too closely, or perhaps at all, with royalty, due to the potential for material enjoyment that royalty possesses. So Mahaprabhu is displaying that very strict etiquette in terms of setting an example for people, particularly an example of the high standards necessary for the sannyas order. We can see it in another pastime with Chota Haridas. There are several pastimes where Mahaprabhu needed to uphold, and he did so, a very strict standard for the public's benefit, not for his benefit. Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna combined. So, in fact, you could say on one sense, he doesn't need to uphold social standards. We can see that side of Godhead displayed by Nityananda Prabhu, who didn't uphold any standard. He didn't care for any standard. There's the old saying, there's the saying, the famous saying, I should say. If you see Nityananda Prabhu emerging from a reprobate establishment, you know, with a woman and some intoxicating liquor, if you pass judgment on that, you've got a problem. You've got a big problem if you go to cast judgment on Nityananda Prabhu, even if he seems apparently to be in some kind of disrespectable situation. Mahaprabhu, on the other hand, was very strict in maintaining social etiquette. And the Chaitanya Bhagavat is a story about, it's not too long after Mahaprabhu comes back from Gaya and he's inaugurating the Sankirtan movement. And that part of the Madhya Kanda in the Chaitanya Bhagavat is just full of episodes of ecstatic trances and ecstasies where Mahaprabhu and his devotees are falling in and out of ecstatic raptures with all the concomitant signs of spiritual ecstasy. And they're wandering around Navadvip and singing and dancing, and Mahaprabhu wanders past what was a pub. I didn't even know such things existed back then in Navadvip in the day, but it's described in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And he wants to go inside and liberate everyone in the pub. It's like, chant Hare Krishna. And Advaita Acharya is saying, he's like, please, you cannot do this. If you're seen, there's already enough people coming against you, coming to criticize you for your, what is kind of a novel, ecstatic, what appears to be highly emotional glorification of the Lord. Revolutionary, in fact. We've already got the Muslim leadership ready to try and persecute us. We've already got an envious Brahminical section attacking us. An atheistic section who's also opposed. The last thing we need is for you to be seen going into a bar. And Advaita Acharya said, look, if you do that, I'm going the opposite way to drown myself in the Ganges. And Mahaprabhu said, yes, okay, you're right. But at that time, all the drinkers had come out and they'd seen Mahaprabhu and they started going, go to Hari, Hari Bol, go to Hari, outside. So Mahaprabhu's purpose had been achieved nonetheless. And he continued on his walk. So Mahaprabhu, in his life, showed a high social standard, and as I began to say, this was also exhibited with Chota Haridas, who could, we may see that the punishment for Chota Haridas involving himself with that single lady, Madhavi, I think her name was punished very severely. The reprimand was very, very severe coming from Mahaprabhu. And that culminated in Chota Haridas taking his own life. He committed suicide. And if you read the story of that here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you'll see that Mahaprabhu didn't take steps to prevent that. So Mahaprabhu tacitly endorsed Chota Haridas's self-imposed punishment, which was suicide, in order to emphasize the severity of that kind of mistake which Chota Haridas committed, which Guru Maharaj elaborates on this. I think it could be in Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion. Anyway, some transcribed work. And he says that the purport of this is that Chota Haridas was, in the name of spiritual life, was in the name of service, trying to for want of a better term, enjoy selfishly. It's a broad term. He was trying to fulfill his sensual desires under the cover of devotional service. Or he was trying to overtly trying to draw down the spiritual energy, he was trying to then use it for his own sense gratification. So that duplicity, Guru Maharaj says, is what was punished severely by Mahaprabhu. So there's various pastimes where Mahaprabhu is upholding very strict and high standards. And this is one of them, described here, where Prataparudra Maharaj is earnestly desiring to see Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu is making it difficult. Quite difficult, in fact. Until there is another lesson to be learned in this pastime, and that is that we can see how
Maharaj Prataparuja continued, if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is determined not to see me, then I am determined to give up my life if I do not see him. And that gives us a glimpse into the kind of lolyam or the desperation necessary to get darshan of the Lord. To get that mercy of the Lord, you must have that kind of intense inner desire, that kind of extreme desire, if necessary. It's another insight we can get from this pastime. Yadi se Mahaprabhura na pai kripadan, kiba rajya kiba deha sabha akaran. If I do not receive Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, my body and my kingdom are certainly useless. So he's certainly got his values straight. Although he's the king, he's performing his work and he views his kingdom as simply a duty to perform. And the real value lies in what is now he's seen as the service and association to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Eta shuni sarvabhauma haila chintita rajara anuraga deki haila vishmita. Hearing King Prataparudra's determination, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became thoughtful. Indeed, he was very much astonished to see the king's determination. Bhattacharya kahi deva nakara vishara tomare prabhura avasya haibe prashada. Finally, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, my dear king, don't worry. Because of your firm determination, I am sure that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will definitely be bestowed upon you. Firm determination. Dhairyat. Utsahan nishchaya dharyat. Third verse of Upadeshamrita. Utsahan nishchaya dharyat tat tat karma pravatanat. Sangatyagat sato vritti shadbir Bhakti prasidyati. The 6 things that will help bhakti. Dhairyat, the second one mentioned, determination. You can see it exhibited here by Prataparudra Maharaj, and then that quality is praised by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who he's using as an intermediary to get to see the Lord. Tenha prema dina tomara prema gadadhara avasya kari bena kripa Tomara upara. As soon as the Bhattacharya saw the king's firm determination, he declared, the Supreme Lord is approached only by pure love. Your love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very deep. Therefore, without a doubt, he will be merciful upon you. Tatapi kahi ami eka upaya, upaya kara prabhu dekibi yahaya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then suggested, there is one means by which you can directly see him. Rata yatra dine prabhu sabha bhaktalana Rata age nritya kari bena prema vishtahana. On the day of the car festival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will dance before the deity in great ecstatic love. Prema veshe pushpodyani kari bena pravesh se kali ekale tumi chadi rajyavesh. On that Ratha Yatra festival day, after dancing before the Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will enter the Gundicha garden. At that time, you should go there alone without your royal dress. Krishna rasa panchadhyaya karite patana ekaleyai mahaprabhura daribe charana. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enters the Gundicha garden, you should also go there and read the 5 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam about Lord Krishna's dancing with the gopis. In this way, you can catch hold of the Lord's lotus feet. You can see here that Maharaj Prataparudra is quite fortunate to be employing the services of an intermediary like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And it elucidates the point that when one wants to approach the Lord, there must be an intermediary. There must be a Vaishnav who is more advanced, who can connect one with the Lord. And the next point is that no amount of material advantage will secure our connection with the Lord. Again, the king, not able to. There's no bribery going on. There's no, people use different methods to get their way. Some people may use intimidation. Some people may use logic and persuasion. Some people may use seduction. Some people may use evocation of sympathy. None of those will work, because the connection with the Lord doesn't operate under the rules of material relationships or material influence. So none of those will work. So the connection via an intermediary, a devotee of the Lord, is required. And part of that connection is that advice, instruction will be given on what steps to take in order to achieve one's desired goal of service and spiritual advancement, connection with divinity. In this case of Maharaj Prataparudra, it's direct connection. So he's given the advice, go alone, take off your royal garments, don't wear expensive clothes, go there in simple dress, with a humble mood. And he's also given advice on exactly what to, the sloks from the Srimad Bhagavatam to read to Mahaprabhu. 5 chapters. Presume it's about the rasa dance. Krishna Rasa Panchadhyaya. Yeah. Baya Jnana Nahi Se Kale Krishna Nam Shuni Alingana Karibena Tomaya Vaishnava Jani. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be in a mood of ecstatic love, without external consciousness. At that time, as you recite those chapters from Srimad Bhagavatam, he will embrace you, knowing you to be a pure Vaishnav. All the royal pretense would have been cut through. Ramananda Raya Aji Tomara Prema Guna Prabhu Age Kahite Prabhura Firi Gelamana. The Lord has already changed his mind due to Ramananda Raya's description of your pure love for him. Again, we have the instance of a devotee acting as an intermediary, as a connection between the aspirant and the Lord. Another, in this case, Ramananda Roy, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, telling him, you're already in good standing because of Ramananda Roy's good words in Mahaprabhu's ear about you. And Gurudev and Guru Maharaj make that point. It's not that we approach Krishna directly, but it's that someone puts in a good word on our part. Shuni Gaja Patira Mane Shuka Upajila Prabhure Milite Ai Mantrana Dridha Kaila. Maharaj Prataparudra took the Bhattacharya's advice and firmly decided to follow his instructions. Thus he felt transcendental happiness. Snana yatra kabe habe puchila batere batakahe tina dina achaya yatrare. When the king asked Bhattacharya when the bathing ceremony, Snana Yatra, of Lord Jagannath would take place, the Bhattacharya replied that there were only 3 days left before the ceremony. He didn't have much time. Rajare prabodhya bata gela
all the wealth, the woman, the prestige. These are the three things, kana, kami, and pratishta, that a sannyasi traditionally avoids. Or that a Badhaduka. Upon seeing the bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. But when Lord Jagannath retired after the ceremony, Lord Chaitanya became very unhappy because he could not see him. Informed him of the Lord's arrival. Heina kale aila tata gopinathacharya raja ke asirvada kari kahe shuna bhattacharya. At this time, Gopinathacharya came there while Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was with King Prataparudra. Being a Brahmana, he offered his benediction to the king and addressed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya as follows. Gauda haite Vaishnava ashite china dui sata Mahaprabhura Bhakta Sabha Mahabhagavata. About 200 devotees are coming from Bengal. All of them are greatly advanced and specifically devoted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narendre Ashia Sabe Haila Vidyamana Tan Sabare Chahi Vasa Prasada Samadana. All of them have already arrived on the bank of Lake Narendra and are waiting there. I desire residential quarters and prasadam arrangements for them. Raja kahe parichake ami agya diba Vasaade ye chahiye paricha sabadiba. The king replied, I shall give orders to the attendant in the temple. He will arrange for everyone's residential quarters and prasadam as you desire. Mahaprabhura ganayata aila gauda haite Bhattacharya eke dekaha amate. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, it's a quote. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, please show me, one after another, all of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees who are coming from Bengal. So Maharaj Prataparudra wanted to acquaint himself with all the devotees that were coming. He not only wanted to acquaint himself with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but also with all the devotees. So you can see how his motivation was a proper motivation, not just a direct desire to go and associate with Mahaprabhu. I want to see Mahaprabhu at the expense of his associates, but he wanted the whole package, so to speak. He wanted to acquaint himself, associate with the devotees, and most importantly, to serve the devotees, as we can see from his reply to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He is responsible for organizing or authorizing, instructing the authorization of accommodation and prasadam for the arriving devotees, 200 of them from Bengal, who arrived at that time at Narendra Lake, which is very close to Puri, if not in Puri. Bhatakahe atalikaya kara arohana gopinata chine sabare karabe darashana. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requested the king, "Go up on the roof of the palace. Gopinathacharya knows every one of the devotees. He will identify them for you." Gopinathacharya is from Navadvip, and he's the brother-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So he's staying in Puri, but he knows all the devotees from Navadvip. Ami kaho nahi chini chiniti manahaya Gopinathacharya sabare karabe parichaya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is speaking. Actually, I do not know any of them, although I have a desire to know them. Since Gopinathacharya knows them all, he will give you their names. Eta bali tina jana atalikaya chadila Heina kale Vaishnava Sabha Nikati Aila. After Sarvabhauma said this, he went up to the top of the palace with the king and Gopinathacharya. At this time, all the Vaishnava devotees from Bengal drew closer to the palace. Damodara Swarupa Govinda Duijana Mala Prasada Lana Yayu Yahan Vaishnavagana. Swarup, Damodar and Govinda, taking the flower garlands and prasadam of Lord Jagannath, proceeded to where all the Vaishnavas were standing. Pratamete Mahaprabhu Pataila Dunhare Rajakahe Edui Kon Chinnaha Amare. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first sent those two persons in advance. The king inquired, "Who are these two? Please let me know their identities." So we can see he was very curious. The king was very curious. Definitely wanted to get to know Mahaprabhu and his crew of devotees. Bhattacharya kahe e swarupa damodara Mahaprabhura haya inha dvitiya kalevara. Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, "Here is Swarup Damodar, who is practically the second expansion of the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dvitiya Govinda Britya Ihan Donhadiya Mala Patanachena Prabhu Gaurava Karya." The second person is Govinda, Lord Chaitanya's personal servant. The Lord has sent garlands and remnants of Lord Jagannath's food with these two persons simply to honor the devotees from Bengal. Ado mala advaitere swarupa paraila pache govinda dvitiya mala ane tanre dila. At the beginning,
Swarup Damodar came forward and garlanded Advaita Acharya. Govinda next came and offered a second garland to Advaita Acharya. Tabe Govinda Dandavat Kaila Acharyere Tanre Nahe Chine Acharya Puchila Damodare. When Govinda offered his obeisances by falling down flat before Advaita Acharya, Advaita Acharya asked Swarup Damodar about his identity, for he did not know Govinda at that time. Damodara kahe ihara Govinda nam, Ishwara purira sevaka ati gunavan. Swarup Damodar informed him, Govinda was the servant of Ishwarapuri. He is very highly qualified. You know the story of Govinda, right? He's a disciple of Ishwarapuri, who's Mahaprabhu's Diksha Guru. When Ishwarapuri passed away, he instructed Govinda to go and serve Mahaprabhu. Now Govinda came to serve Mahaprabhu saying, I've come to serve you. And Mahaprabhu was like, how can I accept your service? You're a disciple of my spiritual master. I can't accept your service. And it's against etiquette. And you know, technically in a hierarchy you're higher than me because you're closer to the Guru, so you're a senior god brother, technically speaking. So it's not proper for me to accept any service. And so Govinda's argument was, well, it's not proper for you to disobey the orders of our Guru, is it? He told me to serve you. So in that way he became Mahaprabhu's servant. Mahaprabhu said, yes, I can't argue with that. Prabhura seva karite puri agya dila, ataeva Prabhu inhake nikate rakila. Ishwarapuri ordered Govinda to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thus the Lord keeps him by his side. There you go. Raja kahe yanre mala dila dui jana, ascharya teja bada mahanta kaha kon jana. The king inquired, to whom did Swarup Damodar and Govinda offer the two garlands? His bodily effulgence is so great that he must be a very great devotee. Please let me know who he is. Acharya kahe inhara nam Advaita Acharya, Mahaprabhura Manyapatra Sarva Shirodarya. Gopinath Acharya replied, his name is Advaita Acharya. He is honored even by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is therefore the topmost devotee. Srivasa Pandita Inha Pandita Vakreshwara, Vidyanidhi Acharya Inha Pandita Gadadhara. Here are Srivas Pandit, Vakreshwara Pandit, Vidyanidhi Acharya, and Gadadhara Pandit. Acharya Ratna Inha Pandita Purandara, Gangadasa Pandita Inha Pandita Shankara. Here are Acharya Ratna, Purandara Pandit, Gangadas Pandit, and Shankara Pandit. A Murari Gupta Inha Pandita Narayana, Haridasa Thakura Inha Bhuvana Pavana. Here are Murari Gupta, Pandit Narayan, and Haridas Thakur, the deliverer of the whole universe. A Hari Bhatta, A Shri Nrsimhananda, A Vasudeva Datta, A Shivananda. Here is Hari Bhatta, and here is Nrsimhananda. Here are Vasudeva Datta and Shivananda saying, Govinda Madhava Gosha, A Basu Ghosh, Tina Bhaira Kirtane, Prabhu Payena Santosh. Here also are Govinda Ghosh, Madhava Ghosh, and Vasudeva Ghosh. They are three brothers, and their Sankirtan, congregational chanting, pleases the Lord very much. Raghava Pandit Inha Acharya Nandana, Shriman Pandita E Shrikanta Narayana. Here is Raghava Pandit, here is Nandanacharya, there is Shriman Pandit, and here are Shrikanta and Narayan. Shuklambara Deka e Sridhara Vijaya, Vallabhasena e Purushotam Sanjaya. Gopinathacharya continued to point out the devotees. Here is Shuklambara. See, there is Sridhar. Here is Vijay, and there is Vallabhasen. Here is Purushottam, and there is Sanjay. Kulina Grama Vasi e Satyarajakana, Ramananda Adi Sabe Deka Vidyamana. And here are all the residents of Kulinagram, such as Satyaraj Khan and Ramananda. Indeed, all of them are present here. Please see. Mukunda Dasa Narahari Shri Raghunandana, Kandavasi Chiranjiva Ara Sulochana. Here are Mukunda Das, Narahari, Shri Raghunandan, Chiranjiv and Sulochan, all residents of Kanda. There are quite a few devotees from Kanda. It's more commonly known as Sri Kanda. Kateka kahiba e deka yata jana, Chaitanyera gana sabha Chaitanya jivana. How many names shall I speak to you? All the devotees you see here are associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is their life and soul. Rajakahi deki mora haila chamatkara, Vaishnavera aiche teja deke nahiyara. The king said, upon seeing all these devotees, I am very much astonished, for I have seen such an effulgence. The king was very impressed and happy. Koti surya sama sabha ujvala varana, kabhu nahi suni e madura kirtana. Indeed, the effulgence is like the brilliance of 1,000,000 suns. Nor have I ever heard the Lord's names chanted so melodiously. Aichi prema, aichi nritya, aichi haridvani, kahan nahi deki, aichi kahan nahi shuni. I have never before seen such ecstatic love, nor heard the vibration of the holy name of the Lord chanted in such a way, nor seen such dancing during Sankirtan. Bhattacharya kahi e madhura vachan, Chaitanyera shristi e prema sankirtan. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, this sweet transcendental sound is a special creation of the Lord known as Prema Sankirtan, congregational chanting in love of Godhead. Avatare Chaitanya Kaila Dharma Pracharan, Kali Kale Dharma Krishna Nam Sankirtan. In this age of Kali, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has descended to preach the religion of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, the chanting of the holy names of Lord Krishna is the religious principle for this age. Sankirtan yagye tanre kare aradhan, Seta sumedha ara kali hatajan. Anyone who worships Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by congregational chanting should be understood to be very intelligent. One who does not do so must be considered a victim of this age and bereft of all intelligence. Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parsadam Yagya Sankirtana Praya Yajanti Hi Sumedasha. This is a verse, of course, from Prabhupada will say in this. purport, I think. I didn't mean it. No, anyhow, it's translations from the one Purana, some Purana. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. That's a famous verse, Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishnam, from, must be from the Purana, perhaps Padma Purana, perhaps not, I won't speculate. Brihadanyaraka, maybe. Predicting the advent of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu being the hidden incarnation, of course, and there's a number of verses that allude to Mahaprabhu's appearance, and this is one of the famous ones. In fact, this is one of the famous ones that is not quoted by Guru Maharaj in his Laghu Chandrika Bhasya to the song E Mana Durmate Samsara Bitare. It's probably the longest piece of commentary in Sharanagati, the longest piece of commentary of the Laghu Chandrika Bhasya. And because one of the verses, I forget which one exactly, but says Mahaprabhu's adventing as predicted in the scriptures. And so then Guru Maharaj goes as part of his commentary and lists a number of those well-known verses that predict the advent of Mahaprabhu. But this is another well-known one, but I don't think Guru Maharaj quotes it in there. Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishnam. He's Krishna, but not of the lust, not blackish, not Tvisa, not black. Krishna Varnam. Krishna, not black. Tvisa, the lust is not black. Raja kahe shastra pramane chaitanya hana Krishna tabe kene pandita sabha tanhate vitrishna. The king said, according to evidence given in the revealed scriptures, is it concluded that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself? Why then are learned scholars sometimes indifferent to him? Batakahe tanra kripa lesha haya yanre say tanhare Krishna kare laite pare. The Bhattacharya replied, a person who has received but a small fraction of mercy from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can understand that he is Lord Krishna. No one else can. Which again iterates the point that it is mercy which gives one the vision to see the Lord. And this point is reiterated throughout Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, throughout Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, where the pastimes are described. And modern scholars will approach these books with an academic slant, from an academic perspective, and they may describe them as what's called a hagiography, which they believe is a cross between history and fiction, or history and exaggeration, or history and myth, hagiography. And we see an example, well, as a type of example that, of course, there wasn't the same academic approach 500 years ago as there is in modern scholasticism. But nonetheless, we can see the same dynamic in action, where the king, Maharaj Prataparudra, is asking Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, why are some intellectuals indifferent to Mahaprabhu? These so-called intelligent people, the scholars, why are they not respecting him? Why are they not honoring him? Why are they not joining in with the Harinam Sankirtan movement? And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replies
because they haven't received any mercy. They're not humble enough to ask for mercy. They're not humble enough to deserve mercy. They're undeserving of the mercy. And so as a result of a dearth of mercy, a lack of mercy, they're not able to appreciate spiritual substance. Regardless of a person's intellectual capacity, they're not. First we saw how King Prataparudra, with all his massive wealth and status, could not gain entry to see Mahaprabhu, and now we see how someone with intellect and knowledge is also not qualified to appreciate Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I guess we can leave it there. It's 5 to 8. It's only the mercy that will get you in. Someone gonna say? Sorry?
You said
disappearance as well.
Oh yes, it's the chant Heya Nilo Premadana. It's the disappearance of Krishnadas Kaviraj and sorry? Jagannath Das Babaji. It is Gopal Bhatta. Gopal Bhatta Goswami.
Do you want to have books or you have one?
Yeah, I've got one here.
What page?
I'm not sure. There's an index at the back. This is why, isn't it? Yeah. It's 143.
Sorry, I should have just asked you. You guys play the cartel?
No. Our hands are busy. Quickly cut. But they're gone.
You want to sing, Prabhu? No? Okay. Heya Nilo Premadana Karuna Prachura. Heya Nilo Premadana Karuna Prachura. Hey no Prabhu Kota Gela Charya Thakur.
eka kale kota gela gaurana tara kota gela gaurana tara pasane kotibo mata anale pashibo You don't like singing, Prabhu?
No, it's fine.
You sure? Not at all? Okay. Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunatha Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Ch.Ch. Goshai Kori Charana Bandhana Yaha Hoite Vignana Sabhista Purana Ch.Ch. Goshai Anramuni Tanra Dasa Tansavara Padarinu Moda Panchagrasa Namdera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivasa Janame Moda E Abhilas Ch.Ch. Goshai Kavi Praja Koilovasa Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Kodila Prakasha Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Shri Guru Vaishnav Pade Majayamana Shri Guru Vaishnav Pada Padma Kodiyasha Hari Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna
Jai, Sabharikara Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Ji Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Srila Guru Dev Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Samaveda Vaishnav Mandala Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Go Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.